Hi all, good afternoon. We'll start the class. In the last class, we were discussing on the inbound delivery processing. In the inbound delivery processing, we are working on the warehouse process type. Okay, so I'll come back to that again. We'll clearly discuss from there, and then we'll be discussing on the destination storage type configuration, and we'll be working on the transaction which is completed, how the flow is happening. Okay. Yes, yeah, no? Extended warehouse management, cross process settings, warehouse task. In the warehouse task, we have the define warehouse process type. Okay. In the last class, we have discussed from here. Okay, so that I'll come back to here and I'll explain you this one, and again we'll go to the destination storage type configuration also. Okay. The storage type determination is like the key thing in the inbound delivery process. Even it is at the outbound delivery process. In the storage bin determination, we have the two things. One is the source storage type, and the second one is the destination storage type, which we have discussed. Okay, for any of the part of product to be placed, first thing which is required is the source storage type, from where to pick the material, where the after the unloading where it is reaching, and what is the storage type on the bin, and then from there we'll pick it and then we'll place it in the destination storage bin. Okay, so for the system to determine these two things is like the task is like this is the place to pick and this is the place to place and the put away process. Okay, so system in the task system will determine these two things. Okay, so for that the configuration need to be done to determine the system to determine the source and the destination. Okay, at the source level, the warehouse process type will help the system to determine the source storage type. Okay, the warehouse process type. So warehouse process type, this also I have shown you, is very similar to the moment type. It's like it's a kind of role kind of a thing. Like through the moment type, in centralized warehouse management, we have two things will happen. We have IM level moment type, and we have a reference moment type at the warehouse level, which is assigned to the IM level movement type. So, for example, 101 is the IM level movement type, and then we have a corresponding WM movement for 101, and then both will be assigned to each other. It's like we have an assignment there. Okay, based on that one, whenever we have a 101 IM level movement is executed in where WM, the 101 is executed in the 101 moment type, will have the source storage type will be there for 101 execution. Okay, so it's not similar, means like it's not exactly the same, because here this warehouse process type does not have any link with the IM level. Okay, so this is determined based on the five parameters which I have shown you. Okay, as last class also, I'll come back there again. Okay, we'll discuss completely. This is one of the very important thing, warehouse process type. Okay, so it doesn't have anything related to the IM level. There is no assignment also. with the IM level movement type to warehouse. This is the difference in between the centralized warehouse management and the extended warehouse management. And the role wise, why it is told here is like that. In centralized warehouse management also, the movement type has got the source storage type in the movement type configuration. And here in the warehouse process type also, the source storage type will be in the warehouse process type configuration. Okay. So and it controls the movements of products within the warehouse. WPT is linked to specific to the warehouse number, availability group, and WPT is determined at the item level of the delivery document considering the parameters from the warehouse number delivery document. Okay, so here the main thing is like warehouse number, delivery document, and the product. These three is including warehouse process. The determination part we'll see. Okay, so here we have the process type 1010. Okay, so I'll tell you this is like most of the time the 1010 used for the simple inbound. So simple inbound process which I have shown you here. So when you have only one step here, you have received the pallet and then you are placing inside. There is only one step. Okay. So in a simple inbound process, one step process where it is there, you will have the 1010. Okay. So 1010 warehouse process type is used for the simple inbound. So here we have the warehouse process category, which is 1 because it is in the put away. The warehouse process type is used for the put away purpose. That's why the warehouse process category is selected as 1. And then the activity which is happening, we have seen the activities, that means we have defined the activities. So the activity is put away. Okay. So based on the warehouse process type, system will determine the activity also. Okay. And the source storage type which we will maintain in the warehouse process type. Once 1010 is system determines, then the source storage type is determined. Okay, as 9010 and the ZR zone. Okay, so this is the configuration of the warehouse process type. In the warehouse process type, the main key things are warehouse process category and the activity what it is doing, and the source storage type and the source storage bin which we maintain in the configuration. Okay, and one more thing is like we have multi-step one is like 901013. Okay, so if we have in between a value added stage process, like we have some process packing work and all will be there. Okay, that is a put away with the VAS process. By that time the same things are like warehouse process category is the same, activity is the same, and the source storage type and the destinations, that the source storage type and source storage bin which are configured as the same 9010 because it is at the unloading area, the staging area is the same 9010 and the ZR zone. Okay, so here once we have the configuration of the warehouse process types, okay, then we'll see the determination of the warehouse process type. Okay, the determination of the warehouse process type you can see here. The main key things are warehouse number, document type, and the cost type determination indicator which we maintain in the warehouse product. Okay, so this warehouse product which we will see, that means cost type determination indicator configuration. Okay, in the last clip we have seen that. So the main key things are warehouse number, document type, and the warehouse product because the cross type determination indicator is placed in the warehouse product. Okay, based on this one, system will determine. So, but the any two are enough. So here, warehouse number and the document type, these two are enough to determine the process type 1010, which is a simple inbound process. Okay, if we have a complex, that means we have a steps like, so then the process type determination indicator will come in place. Okay, which we maintain at the warehouse product level. I'll show you the warehouse product also. Okay, so here at that time these three parameters system will determine. In the, we'll see first the configuration of determination indicator. Here we have the cross type determination indicator. Anytime this need is all like, you just need to copy and then give your own value. That's it. There is nothing much here. Okay. Just need to understand what is the configuration of it. So here the cross type determination indicator 0102. Okay. 01 for the storage process active and 02 is for the vast storage process active. Okay. This one which will be sorry, which we'll place in the warehouse product. Warehouse product is in the easy access, logistics, extended warehouse management, and the master data. The master data, you have the product. So the product here you can see slash n slash scwm slash mat1. Okay, so here this one will display. Sorry. So here we have the warehouse data. So this is the tab which we will maintain in the warehouse product. Here we have the process type determination indicator which is placed here. Okay. So if system based on the product, system will check that whether this field is there or not. If we have any field, a value here in the field, then system will come to this determination table and then based on the parameters here, system will determine the warehouse process type. Okay, so determining the warehouse process type based on the inbound delivery level, warehouse number, document type, and the product level cross type determination indicator based on these parameters. Actually, five parameters: warehouse number, document type, item type, delivery priority, product. Okay, in the product we have the cross type determination indicators placed. Okay, so any two is enough: warehouse number or document type to determine the warehouse process type, or else if we have maintained the process type determination indicator in product, system will check the product. If the field is value is there, then it will reach to the determination table and then it will determine the warehouse process type. First, once the system has determined the warehouse process type, we have the source storage type and the source storage bin are determined in the inbound delivery level. Okay, and the second level is like system has to determine the destination storage type. Okay, so here at this point system has determined this one. Okay, once the source is determined, then to create the task you need the destination one also. System has to determine the destination storage type. Okay, the destination storage type, how the system will determine. Okay, that I'll show you. So here we have an SPRO, extended warehouse management, goods receipt process. In the goods receipt process, we have the strategies. In the strategies, we have the storage type search. Okay. So this storage type search level configuration will help in the system in determining the destination storage type. Okay. So once we have the source storage type, the destination storage type system will determine through this configuration. First step here is like we have a in the destination storage type configuration part, first thing we'll have a put away control indicator. We have a storage type search sequence and the put away control indicator. These two are the key things. Okay, so put away control indicator, PSCI means like put away control indicator. This put away control indicator is placed in the warehouse product master. Okay, and the storage type set sequence is in the configuration, and the storage type is assigned to the storage type search sequence. And then we have a determination table. Based on the determination table, system will determine the storage type search sequence, and based on the storage type search sequence, as the storage type is assigned to the storage type search sequence, it will determine the destination storage type. Okay, that configuration part we'll see. Here we have define the storage type search sequence for putable. First step. So here we have the storage type search sequence. One is a 0050, one is a 0030. So most of these here you can see put away in storage type 0050. Most of the time we'll have the same numbering as the storage type has got. The storage type search sequence also will have the same thing, and put away control indicator is also will have the same similar kind of a thing. Okay. So this is in generic which we use because in the configuration part, so that you will have a clear understanding. PACI is like put away control indicator is also 0050, and the search sequence is also 0050, and the storage type is also 0050. So for the 0050, we have defined the storage type search sequence 0050, and then a put away control indicator 0050. Okay. So this is the put away storage type search sequence 0050 and 0020 which we have defined, and anytime which you can copy if the values have changed. Okay, so just need to give the value. So then once we have the search sequence, then we'll assign the storage types to the storage type search sequence. So here this 0050 storage type search sequence is assigned to the 0050 storage type. Okay. So this is the configuration where we are assigning the storage type search sequence to the storage type. Once we have this configuration, then we'll define the put away control indicator. The put away control indicator, PSC means like put away control indicator. Okay, so 0050 put away control indicator for the storage type 0050 has. So all the values we maintain the same. Everywhere is the same thing. Want to copy and change the value according to the requirement. Okay. So 0050 put away control indicator which we have created. Okay. This put away control indicator is maintained in the warehouse product master. Okay, in the product maintenance, we have this put away control indicator here. You can see the put away control indicator. So Main put-away control indicator will be placed in the warehouse product master. System will pick the put-away control indicator from the product master. Once it is in the inbound delivery, it will pick the product, and then in the product it will check for the field put-away control indicator. If it is there, okay, then it will come to the this table. Okay, here in this table, here we have mainly these three parameters which will influence in determination. Okay, so warehouse number and the put away control indicator, or the warehouse number, the process type also. Okay, so most of the time we'll have the put away control indicator, so that we can clearly define, that means determine the put away control, that means based on the put away control indicator we'll be able to determine the set sequence. Here for the warehouse number and the 0050 put away control indicator combination, we have the 0050 storage type set sequence based on the state. So once system has determined this 0050, then system will check with the configuration here, wherein we have assigned the storage type to the search sequence. 0050 search sequence, we have assigned the storage type 0050. Okay. So based on this one, system will determine the destination storage type as the 0050. Okay. So here this is how it is determined. We have the in the warehouse product master, we have the put-away control indicator and the storage type search sequence. Okay. Once the storage type search sequence is there, based on these two, like warehouse number and the put-away control indicator, system will determine the search sequence, and the search sequence based on the search sequence will determine the destination storage. Okay, so based on this configuration part, system will able to determine the destination bin where exactly the stock need to be placed. Means like in the put-away process, the task can be created with this source storage type and the destination storage type. Okay, we'll see the configuration impact at the delivery level. Okay, so here I'll show you from the easy access, logistics, extended warehouse management, delivery processing, and here we have the inbound delivery. Okay, in the inbound delivery, this is slash n slash SCWM slash PRDM. Okay, once we open this here, from here we'll change the warehouse number. Okay, once we change it here, system will get into that warehouse number related inbound deliveries, because we have multiple warehouses which will be created. Even in the production system also will be working with the multiple warehouse numbers. We need to always change it here, which is the warehouse number we want to see. Okay, so here always in this one we have the five parameters. Okay, one is inbound delivery, advanced shipping notification, or either ERP document, or a manufacturing order, a purchase order. Okay, so mainly we have, this is the number which is generated at the ERP level, extended warehouse management level. ASN is like if the business is using the advanced shipping notification. Not necessarily every business will use the required to use the advanced shipping notification. So this is a vendor generated number. Any business which is using the EDA. Okay, so we'll have this one. So based on this one, automatically we will have the transformation control at the purchase order, and automatically inbound delivery is created It is advanced shipping notification. And the ERP document is the inbound delivery. Okay. Sometimes we have the manufacturing order from the based on the production order also we'll have the inbound delivery created. Okay. And then purchase order. Based on the purchase order also we'll be able to see the what all the inbound deliveries available. Normally we'll see with the delivery level because most of the time we have the delivery which we will be searching for. Okay. Once we'll place it here and then we'll execute. Okay, once we execute this one, the delivery is open. Okay, so here you can see here for the number 1800000262, this is the ERP number range. Okay, for this one, this number has got generated 410000001400. Okay, so this number is EWM generator. Okay, so the in the flow, once you save the inbound delivery, automatically it is flown to here. Okay, so here you can see it is maintaining. We will maintain only in the extended warehouse management. We will not be creating anything here. Okay, so that's why it is internally system generated number. Okay, so you just need to understand that difference in between these two numbers. Okay, both are the inbound delivery only. Okay, at the ERP level also we'll call it as inbound delivery, and extended warehouse management also we'll call it as inbound delivery. Okay, but only differentiated with the number ranges. Okay, so once we have this one, the main thing is like we'll have the unloading part. We'll click on the unloading part, and then the unloading will be completed. And the goods receipt. Once we click on the goods receipt, the goods receipt is completed. Once these two tasks are completed, then the main thing which is there is to do in the inbound delivery part is put away. In the put away, we have the main thing is like we have the system will create a warehouse task. Okay. So when system creates a warehouse task, okay, the main thing which comes in picture is like first warehouse process. Okay, so this is also once you click on the warehouse task, system is automatically created. You need not execute any transaction code or you need to do anything. Okay, so internally these all things are automated. System will determine all these things based on the configuration which we have given. So in this scenario, if you see here, so we have the process type 1013 which is created, which is determined, means 1013 is like the warehouse number. First, system has taken the warehouse number and the inbound delivery document type INV, okay, and then the VAS process type 02. Based on these three, system has determined 1013. So here in this table, we have the 02 as the process type determination indicator, warehouse number, document type, and the process type determination indicator. Based on these three, system has determined 1013 and then it placed here in the warehouse task. Okay. Once based on the warehouse process type, the first parameter which warehouse process type will do is like it will determine the source storage type in the task. Based on the warehouse process type, the source storage type is determined. In the warehouse process type 1013, so here you can see we have the 9010 and the ZRG. These are the already in the configuration of the 1013. Based on this one, it will place in the task. Okay, so system has placed the 9010 and the source bin ZR. Okay. So based on the warehouse process type, system able to determine the source storage type. This is one of the key things. Like okay, when in the process also while you're explaining in any interview or explaining the process, the main thing is like warehouse process type. Based on the warehouse process type, system will determine the source storage type. So you need to understand this all configuration and you have to present like that. Okay. Then once we have the source storage type, then we need to have the destination storage type. The destination storage type determination will happen through the put away control indicator in the warehouse product master. Okay, so here the system has determined as the 0050. So I've shown you the complete 0050 configuration how the it is there. Okay, so 0050 means like here at the determination part, system will reach first. It will reach to the table. Okay, here we have the in this table. Okay, system will find the put away control indicator 0050 in the product master, and then it will come to this table based on the warehouse number and the put away control indicator. It will determine the search sequence 0050. Okay, once it has determined the search sequence 0050, then it will reach to the assignment here. Okay, we have seen that we have defined the search sequence and then we have defined the put away control indicator. At the determination table, system will pick the once it is creating the task, system will go to the product master. It will pick the put away control indicator there, and then it will reach to the table, and then it will match with the parameters warehouse number put away control indicator, and then it will determine the set sequence. And once it has determined the set sequence, as the set sequence 0050 is assigned to the storage type 0050, it will determine it will place in the warehouse task as 0050 and the destination bin. Okay, so once we have this one, the task is created. Okay, once the task is created, the task will based on the task will have the warehouse order is created. So okay, here there are two things. Okay, one is a warehouse order, one is a warehouse task. Okay, the difference in between the both is like warehouse task is like it is giving the source and the destination information, and with all related information it is creating the task. Okay, the task is like it's need to be executed. Okay, when it need to be executed means like as we are before also we have discussed the extended warehouse management is completely all about the execution part. Okay, execution part is like either a human resource or a forklift has to complete this transaction. For that one, a warehouse order is created which will be assigned to a particular human resource or a forklift. Okay, then once they execute, they'll confirm the warehouse order. Okay, once the warehouse order status is confirmed, then you'll see the put away process is completed. Okay. Once the put away process is completed means like so we have the transaction at the extended warehouse management is completed. Once the extended warehouse management transaction is completed, the transfer the data from the extended warehouse management will move to the ERP delivery. Means like at the inbound delivery. Okay, then the confirmation will happen and then we have the related documentation will get executed. In the extended warehouse management, the main process to complete the put away, we have the task and the order which are created. Okay. Task is auto generated one. Okay, and that means like once we click on the put away warehouse task, we'll execute the transaction also. I'll just show you the process. we have the follow-on in the inbound delivery follow-on functions. Once we click on the warehouse task, then automatically the system will create the task. Okay. So while creating the task, till now what we are discussing is like the behind the scenes, what exactly is happening. Okay. In the scene, in the warehouse, while executing that means while creating a task, system is doing all this work. System is determining the warehouse process type, because as consultants, these are the main thing which we have to understand. System is first determining the warehouse process type. Okay. So warehouse process type determination process we have seen. We have defined the warehouse process type. We have defined the warehouse process type determination indicator, and then we have seen that how the process type determination indicator is placed in the product master data, and then we have seen the determination table where based on the warehouse process type. And this one is a key thing which I'm giving you, that is I'm focusing more because it is very important. So based on the warehouse number, document type, and the product level, put that means process type determination indicator, warehouse process type is determined. While creating this task, system is doing all these things. Once the process type warehouse process type is determined, system will pick the source storage type from the warehouse process type. Okay, that is what is one thing it has done. Then it has worked with the, that means uh, destination storage type level. It has picked the put away control indicator from the product master, and then it has placed in the determination table. It has determined the storage type search sequence. Once the storage type search sequence is determined, then based on the storage type assigned to the search sequence, it has determined the destination storage type. Okay, and then system has placed all these things in the task which we have seen now. Okay, in the task it is all there. Once the task is there, once you confirm the task, you will have the warehouse order is created. Once the order is confirmed, the put away process is completed. Okay, this is what exactly which will happen in the background in the configuration part. The impact of the configuration is in like creating the task and determining the source storage type and the destination storage type. Okay. Always the entire system of extended warehouse management is like which drives the determination of the source and destination only. All the configuration part which works around the transaction, everything is depending on these are the two parameters which are like in the inbound delivery it is source and the destination. Even at the outbound delivery also it is at the source and the destination. Okay. So once we have completed the transaction at the extended warehouse management, means like the process is completed at the inbound delivery level. So we have seen the configuration part. Okay, how the source and the destination storage types are determined, and the warehouse process type configuration part. Okay, and we have seen with the completed delivery. Okay, as of today we have worked on all these things. Okay, in the next class we'll be working on the ex- transaction execution. While executing the transaction, how the impact of the configuration is there, I'll show you again with all this configuration part, and then we'll execute the transaction. Okay, so man, any concerns for today? Okay, so we'll meet in the next class. Okay, so we'll discuss in the next class related to the execution of the inbound delivery completely, and then we'll see the complete flow from the purchase order onwards the inbound delivery. And I'll come back all these things like how the determination of the extended warehouse management warehouse in the inbound delivery, how the system will the transaction will move to the extended warehouse management, and then how we'll execute in the extended warehouse management. These all things we'll discuss in the next class. Okay. Thank you all.